Let's take a look at the NASDAQ futures going into tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the 16th of September. Month is already kind of blown past us, guys. So if you're finding it a little difficult to trade the markets, it's natural, right? We're at all-time highs here, and anytime the market's at all-time highs, you enter a phase into like a price discovery mode, right? And the market's really trying to figure itself out. It's trying to build new support. It's testing new limits. So it becomes extremely difficult to just kind of, hey, get long at the beginning of the day and, sell at the end of the day. Although when you look back in the charts, everything looks clear. In hindsight, it looks like we should have just got long anywhere and just held it till the end of the day. It's not that easy. Price action and volatility tend to dry up around all-time highs. Again, we are in a little period of the contracts rolling over. And with that being said, you're going to see a little bit of discrepancies on the chart. One thing that's a little concerning to me, not that we cannot go higher, but we're not really pulling back to test any levels. Now, what I'm looking at here is this continuous chart, the December contract, and you're going to see a little bit of a gap up here. This gap up is not really like a price jump gap up. It's more so just the rollover price gap up. So with that being said, we can definitely continue to push higher here. I do have supply at 24,967. In my personal opinion, if you sweep the highs tomorrow, okay, so market opens up, we take out highs, I would kind of allow that to just go. Wait for the pullback. Pull up a 60-minute view, pull up a 5-minute view or a 15-minute view. See if you can catch a bounce off of the 20 SMA on a higher time frame. See if you can catch a bounce on the 5 or 15-minute time frame off the 50 SMA or a 200 SMA. That's probably going to be your best spot to go long. Now, no real short potential until we close below a previous day candle low, okay? So until we get below 24,317, there's no short, right? You've got this rising Bollinger Band sitting at 24,423. You've got this rising daily 5 SMA at 24,212. Those two areas are going to be very, very strong areas of support. Now, maybe you have an intraday play below 24,420s into 24,190s. It's not that big of a gap here, but there might be something. In terms of where we're at macro-wise on this daily chart, we're stuck dead center, at the upper echelon of this linear regression channel. Support being down at 22,800 and supply being at 24,967. So we're definitely closer to the top side than we are to support. But you can see here, ever since the NASDAQ 100 retested its daily 50 SMA and bounced, that happened on September the 3rd. It's just been essentially just a staircase ride to the top side. I do see a pullback coming probably in the vicinity of 23,784 and 24,100, but until you start to see that definitive pullback or correction on an hourly chart, just look for the bounces, right? So what we're looking at here is if I can catch a bounce off 24,450 or even something down along the lines of 24,340, those are going to be great spots to bounce, right? You're looking at a 1-hour chart here. You're looking at a 1-hour linear regression sitting down here at 24,300. You're looking at rising support, 20 SMA, 24,450. Bullish context all the way around. You are getting this 5 to kind of slightly retest the 10 SMA here on the 1-hour chart. All this is telling me here is that any sweep of high of day or any sweep of this 24,556 area, if you're not going to scalp it very quickly on what's called a first entry, and we go over that inside of my community, but if you scalp the first entry here to the long side, just remember you want to get in and get out as fast as possible with limiting your downside risk. If you want to play it a little bit safer, allow us to break that high. Let it do something else. Let it pull back, let it consolidate, wait for the following hour candle. And then once we confirm the new high, that's when you go in. So just looking at this 1-hour chart, we do have support at 24,523. Support below that is 24,447. So clearly we're looking at the high of today. We're looking for that breakout, we're looking for it to pull back and we're looking for it to confirm the new high. Downside moves, we need to close below 24,520s. If we close below 520s, we need to wait for a following candle, particularly on the hourly chart, to confirm that low, and then we can play that back down into 24,450. So there's about 100 points worth of room that we can play here for a potential short. Again, it's not a short telling us that it's going to go all the way back down. It's just catching a short into support. The market is still bullish. The market is still hot. Look at some of the names today. Tesla was, up huge, closing at $410 or trading in the after hours at $410. Netflix up big today. Google up big today. Meta, CrowdStrike, Shopify, Amazon, Apple, AMD. Everything's up big today in the green. So the market is still very strong until proven otherwise. Hopefully this video is a little bit of help. I know I threw out a lot of numbers, but it's just some things to kind of watch. Overall, my bias, a little bit long-sided bias. What do I want though? I don't really want to chase the breakouts. I want to wait for the pullbacks into 5-minute, 1 hour, 15-minute support around the 20 SMA, the 50 SMA, the 200 SMA on any one of those three time frames, and then I want to look to go long. Hopefully that helps you guys. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.